Hello everyone, it's so great to have you here tonight to celebrate. This is the time to celebrate the Nina Hayden campaign for Senate 2010. Thank you so much for being a part of this campaign celebration. I want to thank you all for being here tonight. Really, thank you so much. I want to just take this opportunity to recognize one of our elected officials. I know there's a few more that are going to be coming in, but we're not sure when. But Representative Kreisman is here. If you can just wave your hand. It's great to have him here. I want to also take this opportunity to thank all of the volunteer staff. I think you guys have just been awesome. You helped just put things together for the campaign. Thank you very, very much. And thank you all of my wonderful friends from the Public Defender's Office. You guys have been such a great support for me. And I can just go on thanking everyone, all my friends here. But I'm really excited. So let's get down to business. But those of you, most of you here know me. My name is Nina Hayden, and I am running for State Senate in 2010, District 16, as a Democrat. I want to clear up a few things before I talk a little bit about my platform. The first thing, actually before we get started, I told an individual I was going to do this. I want to take a moment of silence for Ted Kennedy, our senator, who passed away. He was just a strong Democratic supporter in the U.S. Senate, and let's just take a moment of silence for him. Thank you. So, I want to clear up a few questions that I think people have had. They said, wow, didn't you run in 2008 for the school board? Well, I want to talk about tonight my passion and the reason why I'm doing this, and the reason why I'm so excited about running for this seat, District 16. Working as an attorney at the Public Defender's Office and now working on the school board, I have been able to see how the laws in Tallahassee affect us on the local level. Being on the school board, the major issue, the thing that you have to do, is the same like the legislative level. You have to pass a budget that is crucial to educating our children. And when I got on the school board, I had an opportunity to really learn, jumped in with all of my limbs and said, hey, I want to get to know what the school board is all about because I'm passionate about our youth. I have an opportunity to represent them, to defend them at the Public Defender's Office, and I got on the school board so I could be on the preventive end. And we are working. We are doing a good job, despite what you hear. We are moving forward at lightning speed because we are a board that cooperates, that gets together, and that gets the job done. And so being on the school board, I've had an opportunity to understand fully how the laws in Tallahassee affect us on the local level. And I'll tell you, one of the major things that made me decide I'm going to do this, when I went up to Tallahassee to lobby this past year, and I realized that, first of all, we were going to get stimulus money. That money was only going to take us a couple years out. That money runs out in 2011. I realized, working at the school board, that I would have to go to Tallahassee and talk to them about adequately providing financial assistance to our school board, to making education a priority in Pinellas County and in the state of Florida. And you know what one representative said to me when we were lobbying? I lobbied in front of representatives and senators. But one representative said to me, you know what? It's not our responsibility. We're going to put that on the backs of individuals in Pinellas County. Can you imagine that when that representative went to swear an oath and said, I'm going to adequately fund education, but instead said, you know what? I'm going to look more towards special interest groups instead, and I'm going to say, it's on your back. You have to do it. And I said to myself, you know what? There is such a disconnect between what is happening up in Tallahassee and what's happening at the local level. And until you have an opportunity to be elected and work on the local level and really realize, again, how the decisions affect us here, you really begin to understand that we need a new voice with new solutions in Tallahassee. We need a new voice that will not only advocate for education, but that will advocate for our environment, that will advocate for health care, that will advocate for a governor, okay, that will advocate for a governor, that will give us strategic goals and plans for these things. What is our educational plan for the next 5 to 10 years? Where are we going with the environment? Where is the strategic plan for our environment? How are we doing with health care? 4 million individuals in the state of Florida that do not have health care. How are we working on these very, very important issues that seem to be dealt with at the national level, but on the state level, all we're doing is having individuals go up to Tallahassee and be disconnected. You know what another individual said to me, a state legislator, said to me, you know what, I'm so glad that I work in Tallahassee. That would be a school board member for anything. Because you know what? When you go into the grocery stores, you get blamed about all the things that happen in the school board. But guess what? Nobody bothers me because I get to escape to Tallahassee. This is what was said. Showing you the disconnect of what's happening at the local level and the change that we need in Tallahassee. Well, I'm here to tell you tonight that I am passionate about the state of Florida. I am passionate about the citizens and the constituencies here in District 16, not only in 16, but in Pinellas County. We must move forward. And the only way we can move forward is if we have a new voice. We cannot have same as usual politics, and we can't go back and elect someone that's already been there. Because you know what? The times are changing. The times are changing, and I'll tell you what, Tallahassee is changing as well. And the more we look at qualified, viable individuals that can advocate and have a positive voice in Tallahassee, the more we vote those individuals in, the more we're going to be in charge of what happens with the state of Florida. We're going to have control of what happens and the strategic plans that come through because our voices are being heard. And we're going to move forward as a state. We're going to move forward with positive thinking. We're going to move forward with solutions. We're not just going to go to Tallahassee and just kind of walk around the halls, okay? And just talk to individuals, but we're going to get the job done. And so that's why I'm very passionate about doing this. I want to make another thing very clear. I am finishing out my term on the school board. There's been some talk about why are you leaving in the middle of your school board. I'm not leaving in the middle. I was elected 2 years from a 4-year term. So I'm finishing out in 2010. So I would have had to run, whether it be for the school board or another seat. So I am finishing out my term and taking the voice, the advocacy voice that I have on the local level, taking it up to Tallahassee. That's why I'm doing this. That's why I'm passionate about it. That's why I filed on July the 1st. And that's why I need your help. I need your voices to go out there and tell everyone you know, your neighbors, your friends, your family members, let them know that Nina Hayden is running for State Senate, District 16, and that she needs your help. I would appreciate that so much. And I really truly believe that together, when we go to Tallahassee, we will be able to make a difference. Thank you very much, and thank you so much for coming.